Hello again, everybody. Beau James here with another big episode of Southern States Wrestling Retro, where we take you back in time and dig into our tape library and go through the years of Southern States Wrestling. And on this episode, we're looking back at June's past of Southern States Wrestling history. And let's start it off right here with a big one from the early days of Southern States Wrestling, from the Summer Sizzler of 1993. Christian brothers, Danny and Bam Bam, who went in our Hall of Fame this year against Crunch the Equalizer and Chick White. Chick also went in the Hall of Fame this year. Crunch has been in the Hall of Fame for a few years. They were known as the Death Riders. In the early days of Southern States Wrestling, this was one of the biggest, most violent feuds we have. Let's go back to Fall Branch, Tennessee, June of 1993. The Christian brothers, Death Riders, Southern States tag titles on the line.
Then he's going to be in trouble. Danny fighting back now, working on the leg. He's given about 4 or 5 shots to the leg of Chick White. Now Danny Christian moves to his corner, makes a tag. Bam Bam Christian moves in. He'll come off the ropes, drop all that weight across the leg of Chick White. Bam Bam moves in, takes a half step over toe hold on Chick White. You heard Chick White cry out in pain, and it is painful. Bam Bam drops that knee in behind the muscle of the Chick White. And I tell you what, they're starting to work on the leg, and this could be real good. But referee Jimmy McKeon starting a 5 count, making Bam Bam break the hold on the leg. I don't understand that, but he made him break the hold. Both men up now, eyeing each other on that bicycle. And they will lock up here momentarily, and they are just eyeing each other, evaluating what they need to do. The Equalizer on the outside watching the action. Bam Bam moves in. He takes a single leg trip, and Chick White's back down on that mat, and Bam Bam's back in control with the leg trip and the twist on the leg tonight here at the Sampson Center. Referee Jimmy McKeon steps in. What do you say? Do you want to give it up? Chick White said, "Shut up, I'm not going to give it up tonight." So, once again, Jimmy McKeon watching the shoulders, and Bam Bam continues to work on the leg. Chick White goes to the eyes, sticks the fingers in, rakes them across, and that will get Bam Bam off that leg. Chick White going to the eyes once again. He pulls him out of the corner of his brother, shoots him into the ropes. Missed the elbow. Bam Bam flying body press on Chick White. He got a 1.5 count on Chick White. Chick White moves in. He uses a closed fist on the head of Bam Bam Christian. Now the champions start to take over. Chick White take the head of Bam Bam Christian into the shoe or boots, if you will, of the Equalizer. They make a tag. The Equalizer come in. Chick White will go out, but they take a parting shot is what I'm trying to say. The action so fast and furious, it's hard to call. Backdrop by the Equalizer, and Chick White with a little help from the outside. Bam Bam rolled over too close to the apron. Chick White puts his foot on the throat of Bam Bam Christian. What that does, that cuts the air off and the oxygen supply. And if you can't breathe, you can't wrestle. The Equalizer pulls him out to the center of the ring. He drops back down on the leg. He cinches up real tight. Jimmy McKeon watching the shoulders. If they drop to the mat, he'll start that 3 count. This is a Southern States Championship title match tonight. Tag team title match. Boy, it's been a barn burner too, let me tell you. The Equalizer staying on the leg of Bam Bam Christian. Referee Jimmy McKeon watching those shoulders, making sure that they don't hit the mat. The Equalizer keeps working on the leg. He picks Bam Bam up, takes him into the ropes, shoots him off. Clothesline misses by the Equalizer, but the clothesline doesn't miss by Bam Bam, but both men go down. Referee Jimmy McKeon starts a 10 count on both men. The first one up. The match will continue if both men stay down to the count of 10. the match will be over and it will be declared a draw. But the equalizer gets to the corner. Tags made. Chick White moves in. The equalizer goes out. This will give him time to rest. And I'll tell you what, seeing Chick White, he's got Bam Bam into the corner. And he was choking. Danny Christian starting in. Now Chick White moves in. Half suplex. 2 count by Chick White on Bam Bam Christian. He drops that closed fist on Bam Bam. Boy, that crossed his eyes. I guarantee you that. Now the equalizer arguing with referee Jimmy McKeon, saying, hey, keep everything legal, keep everything straight. He goes to the corner of Danny Christian and talking to him. Now the 2 champions working over Bam Bam Christian. It's the equalizer and Chick White working together. That's what makes a good tag team, when you can work together. Look at the shots that's going to the back of Bam Bam Christian. You take that back out, you're going to get a win. Chick White saying, get Danny Christian back. Now the equalizer moves in. Throws Bam Bam Christian outside the ropes, does the equalizer. Brother Danny is down to see how his brother is. Mean Gene's over seeing how Bam Bam Christian is. The equalizer and Chick White in the ring saying, we are the champions and we're going to remain so. We like having the belts and it's going to stay that way for some time to come. Bam Bam Christian back in the ring now. The equalizer with the right hand to the top of the head. He's holding on to the top of the head with his left hand, hitting with his right, and boy, that'll take it out of you too. The equalizer moving back in, throwing Bam Bam Christian out on our side here. He's down on the floor now. Mean Gene coming around to check on Bam Bam. The Chick White moves in, and he'll run Bam Bam into the post head first here at Sampson Center. When you've got 2 men works as well as the equalizer and Chick White does together, you have got trouble. But man, what a tag team you have here at the Sampson Center in Fall Branch, Tennessee. That's why they're the champions. They work so well together. Here comes Bam Bam off the ropes, clothesline by the equalizer. Equalizer moves back in. He's going to work on that leg. He puts the leg on the ropes. He drops all his weight down across that leg. That leg's going to start to go numb. Bam Bam Christian has been opened up when he got his head run into the post by Chick White. The equalizer shoots Bam Bam off the ropes. Throws in a good elbow. Boy, that'll cross your running lights. Let me tell you, tag's been made. Equalizer will go out. Chick White will come in. Chick White drops the fist to the top of the head. Jimmy McKeon counting, telling the equalizer to get out of the ring. Yeah, look at your hero. Chick White taking over on Bam Bam Christian. They have given the Christian brothers a hard road to follow tonight. Chick White and the equalizer, when they get you going, there's no stopping. They'll stay on you. Well, I tell you what, that's hard on the ears. That's a head pump, and it'll give you cauliflower ears. Bam Bam off the ropes. Elbow by Chick White. Goes for the pin. 2 count. Danny in to save his brother, but before he could pull him off, Bam Bam was out. All 4 men inside the ring now. It's been a Donnybrook. It's broke loose. The equalizer and Danny and Bam Bam and Chick White. Double shoot off the ropes. Double sunset flip. 1, 2. It's over with. We have new Southern States Tag Team Champions here to Sampson Center tonight. The Christian brothers, Danny and Bam Bam Christian, have won the Southern States Tag Team Championship belts by defeating the Equalizer and Chick White. Boy, it was slick the way they done it.
There you saw just one of the many matches between the Death Riders and the Christian brothers, new tag team champions at the Super Summer Sizzler 1993. When we come back, we're going to show you more from June through the history of Southern States Wrestling. Don't miss the hard-hitting, high-flying action and excitement of Southern States Wrestling. Saturday, July 13th, it's Summer Bash. at the Appalachian Fairgrounds in Gray, Tennessee. Special start time of 6:30 p.m.
Hello, I'm Ken Dapper and owner of Dalton Direct Carpets. Thank you, our loyal customers, for keeping us in business for over 46 years. We couldn't do it without your support. We offer affordable prices on all of our carpet, waterproof flooring, vinyl, and wood flooring. We're featuring heavy plush carpet on sale at $1.69 per square foot, and I have 24 colors in stock for immediate installation. Please come by during our sale and let our salespeople assist you on getting the right floor in the right room at the right price. That's Dalton Direct Carpets, Kingsport.
Welcome back to Southern States Wrestling Retro. Beau James here, and we have got a match now for you from 2000. Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man, Valiant, handsome Jimmy Valiant against Buddy Landel. That's how it was booked. That was how it was scheduled. Buddy Landel managed at the time by the Duke of New York, Al Getz. And Al Getz and Buddy were always up to something. They were always pulling tricks and always trying to get out of situations that they got themselves in. Let's see how they tried to get out of this situation with the Boogie Woogie Man.
Hold on. We've got a big problem here. You see, Buddy Landel was warming up in the back, just training hard like he does before every wrestling match, and he was doing push-ups, and he did the first 499 no problem, but on the last one, he ruptured the left clavicle subpatella on his elbow. He's hurt real bad. I think we got to take him to the doctor. I don't know what we're going to do, but Jimmy Valiant, come here. Look at me when I'm talking to you, old man. You know you could never beat Buddy Landel on your best day. You just pack it in and give it up. He's nothing. Jimmy Valiant's nothing. There's no way he could beat Buddy Landel even though he's injured. You can't do it. He can't do it. He knows it. That's why he's scared. Look, guys, everyone, I'm telling you the truth. He's really hurt bad. He's hurt. Jimmy, we're going to have to call the match. I guess that means you forfeit and Buddy Landel wins. That's the way they do it. Because he hurt the thing I was talking about earlier on his elbow. Maybe we could do that. Maybe we could get a replacement out here. Of course, there's no one that can replace a man the caliber of Buddy Landel. I know everyone paid their hard-earned money and tuned in just to watch Buddy Landel wrestle, and I'm real sorry about it. Hey! Valiant, you old man, you're nothing. You're nothing. Well, now the Duke's finished his tirade. This match is actually underway, and it was all a sham as far as this injured arm. Obviously, as Buddy Landel is moving around just dandy with attacking Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant here. We're coming to you from Kingsport, Tennessee, and Landel now has got referee Eric Foster tied up, talking to him, having a conference with him, and the Duke of New York right up there, choking the life out of Jimmy Valiant. My, oh my, what a sham this has been. They perpetrated a whole sham here, trying to say that Landel's arm was injured. His arm is obviously never injured. This was all a ruse and an attempt to throw Boogeyman off. Man, I tell you what, you can't never put anything past the Duke of New York and Nature Boy Buddy Landel. Fans, be sure to join us for Summer Bash 2000, July the 4th and July the 8th. On the 4th, we're in Allison Gap, Virginia, right outside of Saltville, and on the 8th, back to home base, Kingsport, Tennessee, at the National Guard Armory. Fans, you don't want to miss two great nights of Southern States Wrestling right there, Allison Gap on the 4th, with a part of a huge 4th of July spectacular. And once again, the Duke right back over, choking Jimmy Valiant across that second rope. And as Buddy Landel is having an argument with referee Eric Foster, keeping him tied up so he doesn't see any of the action, going on the outside of the ring. As Landel now has got a trapezius hold on Jimmy Valiant, clamping down on that trapezius muscle. That's a very, very painful maneuver as Valiant's trying to rally himself back up into this match. He's fired a couple of hard elbows into the midsection of Landel, and Landel going right back in after the boogeyman. Folks, be sure to, if you're interested in training to be a professional wrestler, come train with the best at the Southern States Wrestling Training School. The telephone number is area code 423-348-7461. That's 348-7461, the Southern States Wrestling Training Facility. As Jimmy Valiant now down, continually being beat down by Landel with this trapezius hold. Just wrenching down, and that's a very, very painful maneuver, digging into several different nerves that come together right there in the neck area. And here you see Landel just wrenching down with it. And it's obvious this whole thing about the arm situation was just a sham they perpetrated. There's no truth to it whatsoever. Referee Eric Crawford checking Valiant now. If his hand drops again, all right, he's still got a little fire left in him. The Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, now rallying the crowd here in Kingsport, Tennessee, behind him as he's made his way back up to his feet. And Landel continuing to clamp down, and Valiant caught him right there with a mule kick. Caught him with a hard right hand to the top of the head. Jimmy Valiant again with another shot on Landel. Takes his man, sets him up, Irish whip in here to the near side, and he caught him right there in a sleeper hold. This could very well do it. As the Duke of New York back up on the ringside. Wait a minute. He just threw Landel something. It's a pair of brass knucks. Look at that right there. Brass knucks on the hand of Buddy Landel. Jimmy Valiant never saw any of this. Landel caught him right there in the midsection with the brass knucks. Now he's over. He's got him covered. Referee's counted the pinfall. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Buddy Landel and the Duke of New York have stolen this victory from Jimmy Valiant. Fans, don't touch that dial. We're back right after this timeout. It's a hollow victory.
In professional wrestling, legends aren't born, they're created. If you want to see how legends are created, every bump, every bruise, every tear, every drop of sweat, you've come to the right place.
Hi, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets in Kingsport, Tennessee. Hello, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets, starting our 21st year. Hello, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets. Hello, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets. Please come by and help us celebrate our 40th anniversary. Hello, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets. I've changed a lot over 46 years. Who hasn't? Dalton Direct Carpets hasn't changed. During our sale going on now, we have the best prices on carpet, waterproof flooring, vinyl, and wood flooring in the Tri-Cities area. That's Dalton Direct Carpets in Kingsport.
Welcome back to Retro. Beau James here. Earlier in this program, we showed you a title change in the tag team division from the Super Summer Sizzler in 1993. Now let's fast forward up to the Super Summer Sizzler 2001, the Batten twins. They had a firm grip on the Southern States tag team titles, and it didn't seem that anyone was going to be able to take them away from them. And on to the scene came a new tag team of Kelly Charles and Andy Douglas. And when they got their shot at the Southern States tag team titles, they made the best of it.
We're right back into the action of Southern States Wrestling as the High Flyers, Andy Douglas and Kelly Charles, taking on the Battens here, Jason. And I tell you what, this is the second team to come out and challenge the tag team champions.
The Batten twins, as we heard a little bit ago, made the open challenge. We'll take on anybody, anytime. Well, they disposed of the 1-2-3 Express. Andy Douglas and Kelly Charles, the High Flyers, coming out and making the challenge to the Batten twins. They said, if you want to take on anybody, why not take on us? So they're in the ring right now going for SSW Tag Team Gold.
Well, no question about it. These two young men coming in here challenging the Battens. They are great underdogs in this situation. but you got to admire the courage of these two young men to step right in the ring with these experienced veterans and current multi-federation champions in the Battens. But I tell you what, these two young men got a fight ahead of them. I hope they're ready for it.
Boy, I tell you what, they came out, they acted like they were ready, but as I said before, when the Battens beat the 1-2-3 Express, these guys are 18-year veterans, and this young tag team, the High Flyers, I've got to tell you, they are a big underdog, but they're very athletic, they're very quick, they're very talented, and they've been working as a team for quite some time, and they want a shot at that tag team gold, and they haven't worn gold yet, but if they get a win over the Batten twins here, that would be a big upset for the High Flyers.
No doubt about that, as got a 2 count right there, as now they're trying to make the tag, the High Flyers are, and Andy got caught right there by one of the Battens with a cheap shot as he's pulling Kelly back over to the other side. Now sets his man up. Oh, Kelly rolled him up there and got a 2 count out of that one, Jason.
Just 1 count away from having new SSW tag team champions, but it's great to see that even when Kelly Charles had his back against the wall, he had enough strength to go with the inside cradle and nearly get the pinfall. Andy Douglas waiting for his chance on the outside. And you can see, Joe, how experienced the Battens are as far as tag team wrestling. They're keeping Kelly Charles out of the corner and avoiding the tag there to his partner, Andy Douglas. And it takes a long time as a tag team to get that kind of chemistry down, but the Battens have worked together for quite some time. And they're showing right now why they are the tag team champions.
Andy Douglas in to make that save there for his partner, Kelly Charles, as the Battens are going to work here. And you're absolutely right. That's one of the signs of a great tag team like the Battens. They'll isolate one man, but Kelly Charles with a nice roll-up right there. He's got his man down. Referee's tied up in the corner, and that was more than a 3 count right there. But the Batten comes back with a hard clothesline on Kelly Charles.
Again, experience in tag team wrestling. Brad Batten distracting the referee while Bart looked like he was down for more than a 3 count there, and Kelly Charles could have had the pin, but again, Brad distracting the referee and causing him not to see the pinfall attempt.
As now Kelly Charles isolated here, continuing. Still, he's in desperate need of a tag to his partner, the Wild Child, Andy Douglas, as Ricky Harrison back up on the apron here, tying up the referee, allowing the Battens to take advantage of the situation, getting that extra leverage on the abdominal stretch, Jason.
Well, again, full house. We see that Ricky Harrison has filled in the shoes quite nicely for Sweet Scotty Ace as he is ringside instead of Sweet Scotty distracting the referee once again, allowing the double teams on the opposite side of the ring. So you can tell that Ricky Harrison has adapted to the full house mentality.
No doubt about that, like a pack of dogs is what they're doing. Andy's been tagged in now. Wild Child Andy Douglas is in, and he got cut off right as he came in there by one of the Battens, as he's caught him now with a couple of hard shots right to the face. Now Irish whip to the far side, and caught him right there. Drop kick right in the chest and face area, as the Battens, I'm sure, are feeling very confident at this point.
Obviously right now on the hook of the leg and a 2 count, only a 2 count. Remember, Andy Douglas has been on the outside of the ring for quite some time, so he's still got a lot of energy. Even though he did take that drop kick, he had enough to kick out of the pinfall attempt.
No doubt about that. Tag made once again by the Batten twins. Hard elbow right into the back of the head of Andy Douglas, as he has been on the receiving end of some high-impact punishment for just a few moments that he's been in the ring, and it's taken its toll on his man. Snapmare takeover now into a reverse chinlock as the Battens have grounded this young high-flying competitor.
We see the Wild Child, Andy Douglas, go to the top rope, the second rope, quite a lot in his matches, both in singles and tag teams. And Kelly Charles, also, you don't see him on the air as much. He's more the power of this team. You got power in the high flying, but as a team, the High Flyers work very well. And they are on the short end of the stick, as I said before, here right now. But Andy Douglas trying to feed off of the fans here and get some motivation.
No doubt about that, as Wild Child, almost got out of there. Hard into the ropes, and caught his man right there. Makes the tag. Kelly Charles in the ring now, somewhat rested, and going right to work on the Battens. Big scoop up here, and has got his man, drove him in with a high-impact body slam, leg hooked, and almost had his man there. And I tell you what, these young High Flyers, you gotta love these guys coming in here, taking on a veteran team like the Battens, and coming coming out 120% and giving them all they got.
And you've got to look right there too, Joe. You saw Kelly Charles try to fight back and get back into this match, but the Batten twins again had an answer for that. And you've got to wonder if this team, the High Flyers, will ever get over the hump. As soon as they try to mount a comeback here and fight back, the Batten twins are there to stop it, put an end to it, and we're seeing that again right now.
No doubt about it, as one of the Battens now stepping out of the ring, heading up to that top rope, as Kelly Charles is in a lot of trouble. If he can get out of there, he definitely needs to make a move, as the Batten now taking a lot of time, and it cost him right there, as Kelly Charles was able to get out of the way of that leg drop, and now trying to inch his way over to make that tag to the Wild Child.
The Battens make the tag first, and look at that, once again, holding on to the foot of Kelly Charles, enabling Bart Batten to get in and break up the tag attempt.
Kelly Charles been on the receiving end of a lot of punishment in this matchup, coming across, oh, caught the Batten right there, but drove him in with a hard, devastating DDT, as both men once again trying to crawl to their respective corners, as that nasty, rotten turncoat Ricky Harrison's at ringside. Both freshmen in, Jason, it's breaking down now.
Andy Douglas has been outside a while. He's got a lot of strength, and look with a scoop slam for each one of the Batten twins, and we could see the double head knocker here, and that's exactly what we see, as it looks like the High Flyers now have the momentum, Joe.
The High Flyers taking it to the Battens here, got them paired off in each respective corner, and do-si-do to the middle we go, but wait a minute, the Battens turning around there. Kelly Charles leveled with a clothesline, as well as Andy Douglas, and the Battens were able to turn that situation around in their favor. Once again, that veteran experience proven true right there, as now they've got Kelly Charles isolated. The flapjack once again, Jason, this is probably going to do it.
Well, the Battens, neither one of them going for the pin right now. You've got to wonder, that was the opportunity for the pinfall attempt. But with all four men in the ring, you got to wonder who's the legal man at this point. Andy Douglas now climbs back into the ring.
This could cost him, as Andy's coming up behind one of the Battens, got his man right there, rolled him over, got him in a pinning predicament. Referee's turned around, and oh my God, he's just got a 3-count right there for this great young tag team of the High Flyers. And apparently, they won the s2e2 Tag Team Championship. The titles were on the line, were they not?
They sure were.
We've got new s2e2 Tag Team Champions, Jason.
I thought Andy Douglas was the legal man in the ring. He came in, and he got the little roll up there on Brad Batten, and the pinfall, and the new s2e Tag Team against the High Flyers.
We've shown you some legendary names here on this program today. We've shown you some matches where titles have changed hands. Don't go away. We've got a lot more to go. When we come back, another legendary name in professional wrestling, and then we're going to finish it off with some big controversy from 2008.
Hello, I'm Ken Dapper and of Dalton Direct Carpets. Thank you, our loyal customers, for keeping us in business for over 46 years. We couldn't do it without your support. We offer affordable prices on all of our carpet, waterproof flooring, vinyl, and wood flooring. We're featuring heavy plush carpet on sale at $1.69 per square foot, and I have 24 colors in stock for immediate installation. Please come by during our sale and let our salespeople assist you on getting the right floor in the right room at the right price. That's Dalton Direct Carpets, Kingsport.
Don't miss the hard-hitting, high-flying action and excitement of Southern States Wrestling. Saturday, July 13th, it's Summer Bash at the Appalachian Fairgrounds in Gray, Tennessee. Special start time of 6:30 p.m. So far here today on Retro, we've shown you action from 1993, we've shown you action from 2000 and 2001, and now let's go to 2002. A match, an interview featuring a man that's been all across the world on television with WCW, WWE, Jim Crockett Promotions, Georgia Championship Wrestling, you name it, he's been there. I'm talking about George South. Let's take a look at some action featuring Mr. South right here in Southern States Wrestling.
Joe Wheeler here along with Mike Williams for this contest here in Southern States Wrestling. Open up this week's edition as we've got George South taking on Jason King in this match, and this should be a great contest as George South, a very established veteran, coming in here to Southern States Wrestling. Mike?
Oh, I'll tell you what, Joe, he's been around many years. He's wrestled in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. He was a big part of Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, and I tell you, he is really going to give Jason a real tough way to go here today in the veteran George South.
No doubt about that. Jason King going to have his hands full here with George South. And George South will have his hands full with John Noble coming up on June the 21st in Fall Branch, Tennessee at the Word of Hope Gym, as it'll be George South versus John Noble, and that should be a great contest coming up on the 21st, Fall Branch at the Word of Hope Gym, as this situation between George South and John Noble is getting interesting.
Oh, I tell you what, it sure is. Both men are fast, they're agile, they're great athletes, Joe, and I tell you what, you're going to see a great wrestling match when George South faces John Noble in any town of Southern States Wrestling.
No doubt about that. George South, like I said a moment ago, very established veteran. I mean, George South has been in the ring and wrestled anybody you want to name, from Hulk Hogan to Ric Flair to Arn Anderson, the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, you go down the who's who of the wrestling world, and George South has been in there in the ring with him at one point in time, Mike.
Oh, he has wrestled everybody, Joe, and I tell you what, he has still got that fire and desire that he had years ago, and I tell you, whether it's Jason or whoever he's in the ring with, Jason King here is giving him a good showing, but I tell you what, George South will stay on you all night long.
No doubt about that, as Jason King right there with a nice leapfrog on South. South missed that clothesline. Jason caught him with a back elbow. In for a cover. Referee's in. Only got a 2 count maybe before South very strongly kicked out, and Jason King went right into an armbar on George South, this long-established veteran, as Jason King is trying to hold his own against George South.
I tell you what, Jason King, a new young up-and-comer, and I tell you what, he's holding it right in there with George South. He took it to him there, Joe, and I tell you, Jason King, the kid's not afraid of anything or anybody, and he's going to take it to George South, and I think George is just beginning to realize he's not going to have as easy a match with Jason King as he first thought.
No doubt about that, and fans, we want to remind you, of course, June the 21st, Fall Branch, Tennessee at the Word of Hope Gym. Beau James will be taking on Steve Flynn, and what I guarantee will be a hard-fought contest, to say the least, plus George South taking on John Noble. Then we've got our big double-header weekend. Friday, June the 28th, we return to Kingsport, Tennessee at the National Guard Armory, and Saturday, June the 29th, Bristol, Tennessee at the Bristol Armory. And Mike, I tell you what, lots going on here with Southern States Wrestling.
Oh, I tell you what it is, Joe, and we've got a lot of sponsors. We'd like to thank one of them right now. That would be Putt Golf, West Stone Drive, Kingsport, Bluff City Highway, Bristol. Dan and all the folks, we appreciate them being a part of Southern States Wrestling this week.
No doubt about that, Mike. Jason King with a great exchange there with George South, and Jason right back up into an advantageous situation with that armbar. And, man, I tell you, lots of great sponsors getting on the bandwagon, like you were saying, Putt Golfing Games. Whether you're in Kingsport or over in Bristol, that's a great family-oriented establishment. And I know I used to love to go play putt-putt when I was younger, and I need to get back there.
Oh, I tell you what, it's fantastic. They're a great bunch of people. They offer group rates for church groups, and they'll book you birthday parties. Dan and his folks, they'll treat you right at Putt Golf, West Stone Drive, Kingsport, Bluff City Highway in Bristol.
Folks, if you're watching this program and you'd like to be a part of our Super Summer Sizzler Tour and find out how to bring the action and excitement of Southern States Wrestling to your hometown, give us a call. Commissioner Ken Bowles' hotline is area code 423-245-3743. That number is good Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. Give Commissioner Ken Bowles a call. Tell him you want to find out about the Super Summer Sizzler Tour and how to bring Southern States Wrestling to your hometown, as you see the kind of action right here in the ring that you're going to get with Southern States Wrestling, as George South just caught Jason King with a hard knee right to the midsection, Mike.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Joe, the Super Summer Sizzler Tour, the slots are quickly filling up, and if you'd like for us to come to your town, I suggest they call Commissioner Ken Bowles very quickly, because there's not very many more slots left open.
No doubt about it. That number again is area code 423-245-3743. Give Ken Bowles a call and tell him you want to bring Southern States Wrestling to your hometown, as George South has got a submission hold here on Jason King. He's got him in a double arm situation here with the leg crossed over. I tell you, Jason King may be hanging on by a thread.
I tell you what, he double hooks the arm and takes him over at a suplex maneuver. This George South, he's a very wily veteran. He's been around for many years. And, Joe, he can hurt you, man, I'm telling you.
No doubt about that. George South, double tough, experienced veteran, to say the least. As, like I said earlier, he's been in the ring with everybody from Ric Flair to Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, and Arn Anderson, everybody and anybody in between. George is definitely an established veteran. If you go back to the Mid-Atlantic days, Jim Crockett Promotions, he was there every week and every week competing against the top stars in the world.
He sure was, and I'll tell you what, that experience has really paid off for him. You can see the experience in the man, and I tell you, Jason King has had a rough time with George South, but King is staying in there, Joe, and I tell you what, you've got to give this kid credit. He's here to stay in Southern States, and Jason King really looks good.
No doubt about that. Jason doing a good job in there for the most part, especially against an established veteran such as George South. We're going to see how John Noble does against George South on the 21st of June at Fall Branch, Tennessee at the Word of Hope Gym, as it will be George South versus John Noble on the 21st of June in Fall Branch at the Word of Hope Gym, plus Beau James versus Steve Flynn, and that's just going to be a fight.
And the 21st of June, right there at the Word of Hope Church in Fall Branch, Tennessee, Joe, that is the kickoff night of the Super Summer Sizzler Tour, and Beau James is tickled to death that it's in his hometown.
No doubt about that. It's getting hot, and it's getting hotter here in Southern States, as George South got a 2 count right there on Jason King, as South now brings King back up to a vertical base, as George South, his son is competing as well, George South Jr., and doing a great job, this great young star. But South now looks like he's got the airplane spin going, Mike.
I tell you what, the airplane spin, an old maneuver, but it works today just like it used to. There's a 3 count. George South wins over Jason King, and I tell you what, it was a great match.
Joe Wheeler here for Southern States Wrestling with George South. George, great victory right there over Jason King. But we got to talk about coming up June the 21st, Fall Branch, Tennessee. You and John Noble, the situation with John Noble keeps going on.
You know something? On the ride up today, as I rolled down my window, because they're not motor operated, you see. And as I listened to the wind blow, I got to thinking just how much I hate Tennessee. But I've been here, Mr. Joe Wheeler, for almost 2 hours, and I kind of like it. You see, Bad Street Jason King, I broke a little sweat, but you were still defeated. So you know what, Mr. Joe Wheeler? Not only am I going to be called the King of Mid-Atlantic, but why don't we just call me the King of Tennessee? You see, Beau James? You see, John Noble, and anybody else that don't like it, I might just stay for a while. You see, the rich do, but it ain't paid. So it don't matter to me whether I'm here for a week, Joe, or a month, because I'll do anything I want to. In Fall Branch, Tennessee, John Noble, you better get all the help you can get, boy, because you know what? I'm coming like I've never came before. And there ain't nobody gonna stop me. Go see, Joe Wheeler, I've got 2 things on my mind. Believe it or not, I'm gonna tell these folks about my relationship with Jesus Christ. The most important thing in this world. And then I'm gonna step in this ring. And I'm gonna beat the tar out of John Noble. And then I wanna know, Joe Wheeler, who's man enough to stop me, huh?
John Noble's going to try, George. That's all I can tell you.
He better try, and he better try real hard, because he ain't going to do it.
Hi, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Hello, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets, starting our 21st year. Hello, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets. Hello, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets. Please come by and help us celebrate our 40th anniversary. Hello, I'm Ken Daffron, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets. I've changed a lot over 46 years. Who hasn't? Dalton Direct Carpets hasn't changed. During our sale going on now, we have the best prices on carpet, waterproof flooring, vinyl, and wood flooring in the Tri-Cities area. That's Dalton Direct Carpets in Kingsport.
boot to the midsection, another boot, this one to the sternum, and a hard right hand sends Brian Logan to the mats.
Well, you know, there's one man in wrestling there's a few men in wrestling, let's put it that way, that can take a beating, can be bleeding like this, and still fight back and still be 95, 94, 93%. That's Beau James. And, you know, he may, before night's over, Brian Logan may be bleeding too, we don't know.
Beau James, that's just a blatant choke. Pulls Brian Logan out, snap bear takeover. And now Beau James, oh, hard right hand to the side of the head of the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Brian Logan. Once again, Brian Logan defeated Larry Zbyszko for the AWA title back, I believe it was April 14th or 17th, one of the two, in Fayetteville, West Virginia.
You know, I've been on the receiving of Beau James' right fist, and it is honestly like a cinder block. It's like a brick. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever be hit by in your life. I don't know how Brian Logan is standing this, still standing up, honestly.
Oh, hard down to the mat. Another hard smash of the head to the mat. Beau James now pushing Brian Logan's face into the mat. Jimmy Valiant and referee, what was his name again? s2e2. Thank you. I kept thinking Thorn was in my head, and I knew that wasn't right. s2e2.
Look, we do see Brian Logan after those repeatedly head smashes in the ring. Brian Logan is busted open now.
Yes, he is. And wait a minute, Bolo has just pulled the referee out of the ring, and now he's got the tongue death grip on him. Wait a minute, Jimmy Valiant's got Bolo. The referee, s2e2, is out. Jimmy Valiant has just ran Bolo into the ring post. Brian Logan tries to load the boot. Beau James catches the boot, catches him with a clothesline. There's a cover. Jimmy Valiant in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute! Did Beau James just win the world title? Did Beau James just win the World Heavyweight Championship? Are you kidding me? Holy cow, Brian Wayne! Beau James!
I can't believe what I'm seeing. You know what? I've been a Brian Logan supporter, but this is one of the greatest nights in East Tennessee history.
Holy cow! Beau James has just won the World Heavyweight Championship. Out comes other wrestlers. There's Mike Cooper, Nick Hammond, Mo Jenkins. There's his wife, Misty. Holy cow, I'm not believing this. Beau James, World Heavyweight Champion?
Unbelievable, folks. I cannot believe it. I mean, I'm almost going to tear my eye right now to see this.
Let me see if I can get a word. Fans, wow, Beau James has just won the AWA World title. Let's go into the dressing room. Boy, huge celebration. Huge celebration, fans. World Heavyweight Champion, handsome Beau James.
Marty Ricker, man, I don't know, I'm a loss for words, but I'm going to say this right here. My whole life, I've seen this belt right here on television. And I've seen Vern Gagne and Billy Robinson wear this belt proudly. I saw Nick Bockwinkel, who I consider to be one of my childhood heroes, wear this belt. I saw so many of my childhood heroes, like this man right here, handsome Jimmy Valiant, chase this world title and chase Vern Gagne for it, but never end up with it. And man, here I stand with it in my hands. And I'm proof that a dream can come true. Because I said on television, come here, Mo Jenkins, I love this man right here, my brother. I said the day we won those United States Tag Team belts, it was the happiest day of my life. But I got to tell you, it overshadows it, brother. This is world champion. World champion. All my friends here, Nick Hammonds, Tony Givens from G1, and my mom's right here.
Yes, right here.
Mama's here.
Mama and your lovely wife.
Misty's here with me. Man, this is the greatest day of my life, and I want to make this official.
Brother.
I want to make it official. I want to ask this guy right here, Mike Cooper, has been my friend for 15 years, to put this belt on me, man. And I want to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah. Brian Logan, you said never, this would never happen. Everybody said this would never happen. Well, here stands Beau James, the world.
Well, here's SSW Commissioner Big Al Bass. Al?
I don't like to rain on people's parades.
What are you talking about?
Well, Marty, official, get on in here. We have viewed the film of the match. The official in the ring called for the bell to ring.
When did that?
There
When did that
was
happen?
a call of the bell to ring to end the match.
Are you kidding me? No, that didn't happen, Al.
Now hang on, Beau.
There you saw it from 2008. I left the ring and everyone in the building, including myself, thinking that I was the world champion, only to have it taken away from me a few minutes later. You know, it's stuff like that that makes wrestling so interesting, to make you keep watching week after week and month after month and year after year. And there's been many people that have been watching Southern States Wrestling for decades, and we are very thankful for them. We're very thankful for you watching this program here today. I hope you've enjoyed this just little tiny look at the history of Southern States Wrestling in the month of June. 33 years. We're almost to the 34th year of Southern States Wrestling. We have so much stuff to dig out of our library and show you here on these programs. Thank you for watching. Please continue to watch. If you have not already, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We love hearing your feedback in the comments section. Until next month for Retro, this is Beau James saying thank you for watching. God bless each and every one of you.